We are going to discuss about the market. Market, I'm telling you to do goats. One client actually was very specific and really wanted to discuss about market of the animals, and of which I really need to explain it to you today so that you understand the possible market that we have in this country. So today is a discussion of the market. Hamiisi, you're telling us to do goats. Where are the markets? Who are buying those animals? How do you get the money? Like for a starter, who is going to buy our animals? Now, Hamiisi, for you, you're known. Then for us, we are not known. How do we make the money after investing a lot of money? So today, I'm going to discuss about the markets. So just be ready for me because I really, really want to show you the business impact of this. Yeah. The market is the code or is the question of the day. Where is the market? First of all, I have been telling you to do goat farming for quite some time, and most of you have joined, have done it. But I also have to answer your question by asking you a question. Because I remember one time one guy told me, Hamiisi, somebody told me that Ugandans answer questions by questions. And then when he immediately told me that, I also asked him who told you to confirm that we answer questions by questions. But you have asked me, Hamiisi, where is the market? Then I'm also asking you, where are you? The reason why I'm asking you where you are, first of all, I want to ask you, how much is a kilo of goat meat in your area? That is one of the market that we are talking about. And you might be telling me, Hamiisi, in my area, the goat is being bought 150,000. Yeah, it can be possible. It can be very, very possible that they're buying it at 150,000, which is okay. But what is the weight of that animal? This animal you see live along the breeding markets, but we are going to discuss it about the local market. But first and foremost, one, I told you a long time ago that this business is not all about how much you bought an animal, but what happens a lot is what that animal can attain when you get it. The reason why you see goat farming has not been so dominant in this country or in Africa is just because people fail to understand what are the markets. But let me roughly take you through the markets before we go into the details of that animal and understand how you can make money out of it. First of all, the markets we have, one is a slaughter market. Slaughter market, it also has categories. You get it? Slaughter market is when an animal come here, look at that animal, look at the weight, pays me depending on the weight of an animal. You get it? That is one of the market. The second market is a breeding market. I'll try also to show you what a breeding market is, what do guys want, those kind of stuff. Then also another market is also a roasting market. It is still there. You get it? We've not had places where the roasts are so much. Like in Kenya, some places they do nyama choma, like in big, big numbers of animals, not just by a small piece. That's also another market. There is also another market of export, which always attached, it always confuses you guys. Whoever wants to start 2-3 goats is talking about where do I export the goats. You get it? That's also another market. Another market is a value addition market. One of the offcuts, or let's say offcuts of the goats. What am I talking about of the offcuts? We are talking about the skin, we are talking about the offals, we are talking about the dung, and so on. But a market that we've not handled is the value addition market, like the way you see we do sausages, we do what they call the chops, we pack and take to the markets. Sorry, to the supermarkets. For real, in actual sense, those people that have really, really tried to slaughter animals, make sausages, make chops, they will definitely tell me. most of them are failing. You know why they are failing? Because we have no quantity that we can supply those guys, and those guys really need in quantities. You get it? For a witness, you check on YouTube and see some of the people that really even try to slaughter animals from their own farms, and you know where they ended. So basically, which markets do I want you to handle in? One, first of all, is the slaughter market. If in your village, let's say you're selling an animal at maybe a kilo of goat's meat at 15,000, or at let's say 20,000, because I know most of you in your places, in your areas, you're selling goat's meat at 20,000, or you're buying it at 20,000. But what is the science? Those are actually, we have around 5 markets. But which markets have we tackled in as per now? Slaughter market is also, let me show you, like, for example, this animal is around 4 months. You get it? This animal is around 4 months or 5 months. But I want you to look at the weight of this animal. I think if you had a weighing scale, this could probably be holding, uh, uh, how many kilos do you think it has? I think this Mussolini man can tell us. But actually, when we weigh it, I think it's around 40, 30 kgs, 30 to 40 live weight. You get it? So if it is around 30 to 40 live weight, there is a test I made with some guy, and a goat that had a very good body score, like the way you see this one. The pelvics are really nice, and you know the length. He measured a goat which was fully grown up, and it was 60 kgs, and he got 33 kilos of meat alone. You get it? So if this animal is around 40 or 30 kilos, let's say 30 kilos live weight, and it's giving us 15 kilos of meat, that's on the normal selling. You get it? So that means that animal is giving us 15 kilos times 15,000, or let's say 20. You get it? So that's around 300,000. If a goat of maybe 6 months or 7 months is giving you 300,000, and let's, for example, tell you if you have over 100 animals that you're dealing with, because I always look at the number. You get the number of animals that you have vis-a-vis your expenditure. Let me talk about 100 animals. That's what you have, and you have produced this kind of quality animals, 100 of them, and you want to dispose them at 8 months. And if you're selling, let's say you have your butcher, you slaughter and sell, and you're selling each kilo at 20,000 times 15 kilos. That's over 300,000. So if you have over 100 animals to dispose in 6 months, that means that animal is those 100 animals have produced for you 30 millions within 6 or 8 months. You get it? So by the time you sell, sorry, this group, there is also another new group that has come up. I think you guys, I'm trying to be very clear to let you understand the business. You get it? Let me get this guy of one here. Bring the other one. That is one of the markets, actually, what I'm trying to tell you. So this is around, the other one was around 8 months, and this is around 1 year. I think we can even check the age. You see these teeth? This is a permanent teeth. I told you about how to check for dentition, and this is 1 year old. So if this 1 year guy is having maybe around maybe 40 kilos, can we try to lift it? So this could be around 60 kilos. You get? So if it's around 60 kilos and it can give us maybe around 30 kilos, so 30 times 2, that is 600 probably. Let's say if a guy, because there is a new system that we want to introduce in this business of buying live weight, like where the buyers do not cheat us. You get it? A buyer just come on your farm, comes with a weighing scale, and then he puts on the animal just like this one. We'll put it on the weighing scale. If it raises, let's say around maybe 60 kilos, and you agree. If he's paying 7,000 or 8,000 per kilo of live weight, that means you're selling that animal double that price. If you're selling a kilo of live weight 7,000, that means you are selling a kilo of meat at 14,000. So that's where we are going. You get it? So guys, just produce animals. I want you to produce animals. The more you produce animals, the more strategies are coming up. So look at this guy. This is a boa, which is fully grown. I think this one, we can't try to lift it. Leave the other as we see. Let me put in the energy. So this is around, I think, 100 or 90 kilos. You get it? Because this energetic man, of course, with me, a stronger man, if we could lift that goat in that kind of way, and it's really too heavy like that, just know it's a heavy animal. So those are that's the second market. One, we can be selling on farms. Somebody comes with a weighing scale, you sell the live weight. It's possible. And that's where we are going. And the first market was somebody buying, slaughter, and sell on a butcher. Having butchers all over the country, it's not bad, because in different countries, people own butchers and trucks that, delivers the animals to the sections. Then also, the breeding market is still untouched. Reason being, if you still see hamiisi and other people running to South Africa to look for animals, that means we don't have enough pure breeding stock. You get it? So that means that market of breeding, it is also still existing. We've not handled it. What do we have to do? We must have more animals, and with a very good quality. Then after having those kind of quality animals, we shall have enough of the breeding stock. Then finally, we can be able to slaughter. So guys, I've tried at least to simplify. So that means if you have invested, let's say, 50 or 28 millions in 50 goats with a pure male, that means you can always, after 6 or 8 months, you might have 50 animals to dispose. And if you're feeding your animals well and they are attaining more weight, that means if a goat is giving you, let's say, 15 kilos of meat, and maybe you are selling it at 220,000, that means you're getting over, let's say, each goat 300,000. That's over 15 million every after 6 to 8 months. So feeding an animal is a core point, and it is the source of the money. So guys, I think I've talked about this market. I want you to appreciate, maybe put your comments down, share to all other people. The markets, we have not even tapped into it, because most of you guys who think about doing goat farming, all of you are talking about export. And export, people need quantities. Because if somebody tells you that every day give me, let's say, 30 or 50, but somebody exporting can never ask for 20, he will talk about tons. He will say, this month, give me over 5 tons or 7 tons or 20 tons every week. So that means we first have to make sure that we accumulate animals. Then after accumulating animals, we shall talk about those massive exporting. Let me tell you one thing, we can never stop eating goat's meat. And some countries which eat a lot of goat's meat, they really want it in quantities. And on top of that, they do not have grasses which they have to convert into the muscles. And for us, we have the goats, or we have the grasses that we can convert into the muscles. So let our countries be the hub of production of animals for meat or even for breeding. So those are some of the markets I've tried to maybe explain to you, but there's still a lot more that we've not handled. Thank you so much. Let me just wish you the best, and bye for now.